After cleaning out my old bedroom, I found my entire collection of bootleg DVDs that I used to watch as a kid. I'm going to watch all of them and rate them on Letterboxd to find out which one is my favorite. Hello everybody, the name's Ari, and welcome to my bootleg collection. The Adventures of Sharkboy and Lavagirl is a 2005 superhero movie starring Taylor Lautner, Taylor Dooley, Caden Boyd, David Arquette, Kristen Davis, and George Lopez. The movie was written and directed by Robert Rodriguez, who also wrote and directed the Spy Kids movies. Like with Catch That Kid, this was also my first time seeing Taylor Lautner before he went on to star in Twilight. When the movie came out in 2005, I saw it in theaters during a summer camp field trip. It was released during a time when a lot of kids' movies started being released in 3D, and the 3D glasses had red and blue lenses. The movie was released 2 years after Spy Kids 3D, and just like Spy Kids, you were given promotional 3D glasses for the screening, and you had to put on your glasses when the characters did, and the glasses on graphic was shown on screen. It was a way to have the audience become immersed in the fantasy world that the characters were exploring. Along with Spy Kids 3D, this was a movie that I rewatched quite a lot on DVD, and also I watched the movie when it was shown on Disney Channel. I haven't seen it since I was probably 9, so this is probably an interesting rewatch. I do remember some aspects of the movie, and I do remember the story behind its production because I used to look at the behind-the-scenes footage in the DVD special features. However, I'm going to look at this movie as a movie, and not the director making a movie for his son. Let's see how the movie holds up after almost 17 years. This is 2005's The Adventures of Sharkboy and Lavagirl. The movie begins on the first day of school with Max sharing a story about meeting superheroes called Sharkboy and Lavagirl during a summer break. None of his classmates believe him with the exception of Marissa, the teacher's daughter. The teacher tells him after class to stop making up fairy tales if he wants to fit in, and Max's bully Linus mocks him for making up stories. Max stands up for himself, but it pisses off Linus, and Linus chases him through the playground. But Max drops his dream journal.
Next on the Violence Channel, an all-new Almond.
And Linus steals it. That night, Max wishes that he can go to his imaginary dream world called Planet Drool instead of going to school and being picked on by his classmates. The teacher tells Linus to return Max's dream journal, but Linus ruined the journal. Max and Linus get into a fight, and the school gets hit by a tornado, and Sharkboy and Lavagirl appear. They tell Max that Planet Drool is real, and it's being consumed by darkness, and they need his help to save it. Max goes with them on their ship, and the movie stops to tell the audience to put on their 3D glasses.
Put these on, everybody. Blue goggles for the boys, pink for the girls.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
This movie only works if you watch this movie in theaters with the pink or blue pair of 3D glasses that they gave you for the movie like I did. Otherwise, this scene just makes no sense. Why would a viewer need to put glasses on for something that's not in 3D? There is a 3D version of the movie on DVD, so why didn't they just cut this part out for people like me who have the non-3D version? Anyway, they make it to Planet Drool, and it's been taken over by the planet's electrician, Mr. Electric, on the orders of his boss. The gang gets dumped into the dream graveyard, where they're helped by Tobor, one of Max's forgotten dreams, and they escape. They travel through the different regions of the planet while fighting off Mr. Electric's minions until Mr. Electric captures them again and brings them to his boss. His boss is revealed to be Linus, now going by Minus, and he uses Max's dream journal to alter everything into whatever he wants. Minus dumps them in a cell, and the darkness is causing Sharkboy and Lavagirl's powers to weaken. They escape their cell and go to the Ice Princess, hoping that she can freeze time with her crystal heart and stop the darkness from taking over. They convince her to give the crystal to them, but they're too late. Mr. Electric attacks Sharkboy, leaving him to drown, and Lavagirl jumps in to save him, even though her weakness is water. Sharkboy wakes up and takes Lavagirl to the volcano to resurrect her, and Max figures out that he can daydream and become all-powerful. Lavagirl realizes that she can create light, and she destroys the darkness. Max fights Minus with his newfound powers, and he convinces Minus that he could create dreams instead of destroying everyone else's, and they become friends. Mr. Electric isn't interested in everything going back to normal and being the planet's electrician again, so he decides to go to Earth and destroy Max. Max then realizes that he and Linus have been asleep the whole time, and they both wake up with a tornado near their school. Mr. Electric pops up out of the tornado, revealing that he's become real. Sharkboy and Lavagirl become real as well and save Max's parents from being sucked into the tornado. Max realizes that he can make the crystal heart real, and he gives it to Marissa since she's the ice princess in Planet Drool. She uses it to freeze Mr. Electric and he explodes and the day is saved. Max and Linus are now friends. Max's parents are back together. Sharkboy and Lavagirl no longer see Max, and the movie ends with Max giving a report telling everyone to work towards the differences they want in life. Man, this plot is so wacky. How did I sit through this movie so many times? After I finished watching the movie, I couldn't help but think about why I watched this movie so much as a kid. What about this was so appealing to the 7-year-old me? Well, besides that one scene. Then I started thinking about what other movies I was watching around that time of my life. 7-year-old me didn't realize it, but I probably watched it a lot because it might have reminded me of Wizard of Oz. I grew up watching Wizard of Oz since it's one of my mom's favorite movies. This movie is basically a retelling of Wizard of Oz with superheroes. We have a young protagonist unsatisfied with their life. They wish for a better life in the land that they've been dreaming of. A tornado appears and they're taken to a fantasy world. The people they interact with in the real world show up in their fantasy world as different characters. The people they dislike in the real world become the villains. They have to do a ritual to return home, and they wake up realizing that it was all a dream. Or was it? Like Wizard of Oz, the movie is about escapism. Max has a hard home life with his parents on the brink of divorce, and he feels powerless about his situation. He dreams up Sharkboy, Lavagirl, and Planet Drool in order to keep his mind off things. His adventure with Sharkboy and Lavagirl is him coping with his parents breaking up. He meets Sharkboy and Lavagirl after his parents start fighting with each other, and he's been feeling neglected. He wishes that he doesn't have to come home after his mom tells him that they have to discuss something with him after school. Then Sharkboy and Lavagirl show up to take him to Planet Drool to help them save the planet. In some ways, Sharkboy and Lavagirl are his parents. Like his parents, the two heroes bickered with each other throughout the movie.
I told you this would happen. I thought he would just remember. Sharkboy, give me down! Can't you see I'm busy?
They're sad that their dreams of a better life haven't come true for them.
He's just upset because you didn't show up and make him king of the ocean with a giant fish army to back him up. Look who's talking. You thought you'd find a great use for your powers and heal the planet. Max thought his dream world would be a happy place. We've all been duped.
They both believe they're not compatible.
Well, we're not compatible. We're not compatible!
Lavagirl sacrifices herself in order to save Sharkboy from drowning, like how Max's mom sacrifices herself so his dad can go and find Max. Both couples eventually realize they're best friends and will always be there for each other.
You're my best friend! He's my best friend.
Max's parents work out their problems to get back together, and the movie ends with Sharkboy and Lavagirl becoming a couple. Sharkboy and Lavagirl are living their lives and they don't visit Max anymore. Max stripped them up when his parents weren't getting along, and they left when his parents patched things up. There were also cookie giants in Planet Drool that resembled his parents, and they were happy together. Max wishes that his parents were like that, but Lavagirl tells him that it takes work for his dream to come true. Max wanted to escape from the possibility of his parents divorcing and him being bullied in school. The movie was him learning that if he wants his life to change, he has to work to make it happen. Hey everybody, this is me a few days after I already finished editing this video. I was listening to the director's commentary for my Patreon video where I talk about the DVD special features, and Rodriguez did confirm that the movie is based on Wizard of Oz.
I thought this would be a sort of a nice retelling of a Wizard of Oz type story, but with the twist being that everything does become real at the end. The idea that because we can make our dreams come true, what kind of dreams are we dreaming?
He also confirmed that Sharkboy and Lavagirl are supposed to represent Max's parents.
David and Kristen are supposed to be Sharkboy and Lavagirl. You know, they show up as Sharkboy and Lavagirl in his dream world, but it's really based on his parents, the idea of his parents. That's why later you'll see Kristen wearing a pink shirt at the end of the movie. She's kind of become Lavagirl.
I talk more about this on Patreon, but I just wanted to add this part in and let you guys know that the Wizard of Oz comparison was confirmed by him. Alright, back to the video. Sharkboy and Lavagirl is a wonderful adaptation of the Wizard of Oz. A regular kid wanting to escape to a fantastical world in order to escape from their life is something that kids can relate to even today. The movie also lets kids know that their fantasies are valid and their dreams can become real if they work hard enough to make it real. I find that to be a good message for kids to learn, and it teaches them that nothing is impossible. The message is timeless. However, the 3D effects date the movie horribly. Like Spy Kids 3D, it seems that the movie was written around the 3D effects instead of having the 3D complement the movie. Without the 3D effects, a lot of scenes and shots are now pointless and annoying. There was a scene where Lavagirl says to put on your glasses with pink for girls and blue for boys. That only makes sense if you've seen the movie in theaters at the time of its release in 2005, when you wore pink or blue 3D glasses. Now it just makes for a pointless filler scene if you aren't seeing it in 3D. There are a lot of other scenes that just don't make sense without watching in 3D. It was fun when I was 7 years old in 2005, but now the 3D scenes just make a lot of the movie feel pointless when you know that they do this in the movie because it looks cool in 3D. I like the message, I just wish that it was told without 3D limiting the movie's potential. 2.5 stars. Thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, it really does help me out. Also, let me know in the comments if you guys have seen Sharkboy and Lavagirl or Spy Kids. I was wondering if anyone else saw this movie in theaters or had it on DVD. If you'd like to join me on my journey of watching all of my bootleg DVDs, make sure to subscribe so you know when I upload a new episode. There'll be new episodes every month until I watch all of them. Now let's add Sharkboy and Lavagirl to the stack.
Of Sharkboy and Lavagirl in 3D, rated PG, in theaters Friday, June 10th.